and yoginis. So today I want to just show you a posture that is amazing for your lower back. Great stretch for the inner thighs. Really good work for the knees, the ankles, and the calves, as well as the feet and the Achilles. Wow, all of those things wrapped into one pose. So depending on the flexibility you may have in your ankle joint, right? So we all have different bone structures, and some of us have more room in the front of our ankle joint than others. You may want to have a couple of props here on hand. So you may want to have a yoga brick, okay? 2 of these. Or you may also need, or you could have one of these smaller foam yoga blocks as well, okay? So a couple of these as well, just if you don't have full range of motion in your ankle joint. Okay, so to get into this pose, I'm just going to bring myself up onto my feet just by pushing myself forward, okay? And then for me, I actually have a lot of space in my ankle joint. I can do this without support under my heels by just bringing my feet wider apart and then letting my heels come to the floor. For you, this may not be a possibility just depending on how your bone structure is, okay? So if you can't do that, then you want to take either these guys and put one under each heel, okay? Or you can take a bigger one even, so a block again, or a brick, and put that under your heels as well. So you want one under each foot if you can't easily bring your heels to the floor. What we don't want in this version of this pose is for the heels to be in the air, okay? And for some of you, you might just be able to bring your feet a little wider apart, and that will allow the heels to drop to the floor. So once you've got your heels down, I want you to bring the palms together, and then bring your elbows inside your knees, okay? So the tendency in this pose is for people to really hunker down and to bring their upper arms inside the knees. That's not what we want here. I want you for now to bring your elbows inside the knees so that your spine is long. You're lifting your spine out of your pelvis, okay? Your head's in line with your spine. You're going to gently encourage the knees apart a little bit with your elbows. So this is a great stretch for the lower back, okay? Great for the ankles, for the Achilles, for the feet, for the knees, and for the lower legs, right, through the shins. So this is a really challenging pose for most Western bodies, okay, because we don't do it very often, which is why it's even more important to do it. In areas of the world where they tend to do more manual labor, or where they tend to, sit in chairs less, then they're in poses like this a lot, right? They work in this pose, they cook in this pose, they do all kinds of things in this, and oddly enough, they don't have the 80% back pain ratio that we do in Western countries, okay? So there's definitely some wisdom to taking a few moments to squat every day. Okay, so when you're ready to come out of this, and depending on how comfortable you are in it, you may have been ready a while ago, just bring your hands down, okay? You can bring your knees down. You can either return to sitting with your legs crossed, or you can have a seat on your feet, which is what I like to do because then it stretches my foot in the other direction, okay? So it's a nice little counter pose. And if sitting on your feet completely isn't an option for you, you can put some blocks underneath your bum, okay? So, now, if you have really strong knee issues, squatting is probably not going to be available for you. If your knee hurts, don't do it. Hopefully that's a no-brainer. So I hope that you found this helpful. Take a few minutes every day to squat, okay? So good for the back, the knees, the ankles, the feet, the lower legs. Really kind of like an all-in-one multitasking wonder pose. If you found this video helpful, take a moment to like it and send it to your friends. And if you want more videos like this and longer videos, including special sequences that I don't even upload to YouTube, you can take a moment to hop on over to my website at nickdanu.com and jump onto my email list. Thank you so much. Namaste.